Text on test 5, page 89, question 3. The frequency table below gives the waiting times of a group of patients at a doctor's surgery. Part 1 is draw a histogram to illustrate this data. So I've just done a quick one here. Don't forget when you're drawing your histogram that you need to label your axis. So along the bottom is the waiting time and up the side is the number of patients. Part 2. How many patients were included in this survey? So we can add up the number of patients that we were given in the frequency table, or we can add them up from the histogram. So 2, here we have 6, here we have 10, here we have 12, and here we have 8. So part 2 will be 2 plus 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 8. And that gives us 38 altogether. Part 3, which is the modal class. So we can see the modal class quite obviously here. It's the highest amount of patients in it. So our modal class, so part 3, lies between the 12 to 16 minutes. So that's our modal. In which interval does the median lie? So the median is halfway through the distribution. So the distribution for us here is the amount of patients. So in total we have 38 patients. Divide that by 2 to find the median. So that's 19. So we want to find where the 19th patient is placed. So we start at the start, so 2 plus 6 is 8, 8 plus 10 is 18, 18 plus 12 is 30. So the 19th patient lies in here. So our median is between the 12 to 16 interval. Part 5. What is the greatest number of patients who could have waited longer than 10 minutes? So our waiting time is along the bottom. So 4, 8, 12. Our 10 is in here. So the greatest amount would include everybody within this interval, because we don't know if they waited between 8 and 10 or 10 and 12. So the greatest amount could be anybody within here. So it would be the 10 plus the 12 plus the 8. So question 5, 10 plus 12 plus 8, so that's equal to 30. Let's move this up. And part 6, what is the least number of patients who could have waited longer than 14 minutes? So going across on our waiting time again, our 14th is here, halfway between the 12 and the 16. So the least number of patients. So all of the patients in this section here, all 12 of them, may be between the 12 and 14. We're not too sure, so we can't include them in it because we want the least amount it possibly could be. So that would be just who's in between the 16 and 20. So question 6, the least number of patients who could have waited longer than 14 minutes is 8.